Okay, g'day again, just a quick one. Okay, this is another motor. I had issues with that other motor with it still knocking after I replaced the crank, and I mean there was things that needed to be done and I couldn't afford, and I thought I'd get away with just doing as much as I could afford, and I'm not even sure if they gave me the right size bearings or cut them right or whatever, but anyway, I haven't got any more money, so I'll put that engine aside for the time being. Or will be putting it, I had it put aside, I had to rub some parts over it. It's over there wrapped in cellophane or semi-wrapped. It'll get wrapped up again, and till such a time as I can afford to do it thoroughly and find out what happened. Anyway, in the meantime I bought a second-hand engine and paid $150 for it, and it was leaking oil from every possible place. And I put them in the car, and yeah, she runs all right. Doesn't, and sort of I suspected it'd be a pretty good engine because I didn't have there's no carbon build up in the exhaust ports. I could see that, and I could also see it was totally covered in oil. And so you look for a reason as to why they would have pulled it out of the car or why it's not in the car being used. And it's possible the car rusted out and just got abandoned anyway, but yeah. So, as I said, it was cheap, $150, and it's turned out to be a good motor. However, it's leaking oil from everywhere. It was leaking oil from the oil pump. The oil pump was actually bent, which probably happened after it was taken out. So I swapped that. The oil cooler. So I swapped the oil cooler with the seals that were on mine. They're not new, but they weren't leaking, so put them back on. And a few other places it was leaking from the oil filler. I've had to swap that anyway because I ground a little bit off that for my Weber manifold. So I needed to put that on. Didn't have a fuel pump. That's on new gaskets. Seal on the other engine was only a couple of weeks old, the rear main, so I swapped that over. The actual oil pump, I just tightened the bolts up just a touch. Went sort of up to the right torque, so just come loose, or the gasket shrunk over time, so hopefully that will fix any oil leak that might have come out of there, and if not, I'll take it off, put a new gasket on it. But the main oil leak, as is typical in Volkswagens, is coming from your pushrod tubes. And I'd only just bought a whole new set of seals for the other engine, so I've removed all them, got them here, so I'm about to put them in. However, that involves unbolting the head. You don't actually have to take it right off, but you do have to loosen it, pull it forward an inch or two. And I was looking at these rusted bolts. I've been spraying them with WD a couple of days ahead, and I was really dreading undoing these. I've been putting this off because I had issues with that other engine with it pulling studs out of the casing, and the first one I went to undo, no problems. The second one I went to undo, it just started unscrewing the stud out of the casing. I didn't want that to happen. I mean, it's probably, it'll come out okay and go back in okay and do up, but I didn't want to risk it. So, as soon as it turned that little bit, I'd done it back up and you see I've got a pair of vice grips locked onto the stud. So, that's how I stopped the stud from turning, managed to get the nut undone. And I'll put my thread cleaner on them. Actually, that involves taking the head right off. No big deal. I got to loosen it anyway. So that actually allows me to clean where the seals go. So that gives me a look at the bore. I think it's going to be pretty good. This one here is also started to turn, so I've done that back up. So I'll now move the the voice creeps over to the other stud. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Alright, so just a quick one. Thanks for watching. Bye.